What's up, YouTube? So, in this video, be taking a look at the Miami Dolphins full roster, because now that I've, talked about all the rookies, undrafted or drafted, figured take another look at the full-on roster. The date is May 21st, so all of my opinions are as of now. So, let's just get into it, starting at quarterback. Of course, we got Fitzpatrick, Tua, Rosen, and Rudock. I don't think Rudock is probably going to make this team. I don't really see a reason to keep him around, really. What we do with Rosen, I don't know. Like I've said, I would like to keep Tua on the sideline this year. Let him, have another full year to heal that hip, and also just learn the system a little more. So, honestly, I wouldn't mind keeping Rosen as Ryan Fitzpatrick's backup this year, and then just kind of groom Tua in the meantime. But if not, I'd get rid of Rosen and Rudock, if that isn't their plan. So, I don't know what kind of value we can get for Rosen. Probably not much, but whatever. Running back core is definitely looking better than it did. Jordan Howard and Matt Breida, that definitely helps. I'm not a massive fan of either one, but they're solid enough. I still do think Caleb Malaj might still get some snaps. I think it's going to be a rotation between the three. I'm not sure how many running backs we're going to choose to keep on the roster, but these bottom three are going to have to really fight, I think. Myles Gaskin, of course, our 7th-round pick last year. Malcolm Perry, our 7th-round pick this year. And Patrick Laird, he was an undrafted player, but he actually got some playing time, and he did okay-ish. None of our running backs really did that great last year, but our offensive line was also really, really bad. So it's kind of hard to say. I could see any of these three potentially making a move to try to get a 4th running back spot, but I don't even know if Miami's planning on keeping 4 running backs. I don't know if that's their plan. So we'll just have to see there. If I had to choose, I'd probably let go of Gaskin, have Patrick Laird have that 4th spot, and put Malcolm Perry on the practice squad. That's probably what I would do. Because Malcolm Perry might be able to develop, and you might be able to do some kind of interesting trick play things if you end up putting him on the active roster. And also, he was a mobile quarterback in college, so practice squad, it could kind of help us out if we're going up against a mobile quarterback. We could actually put him at quarterback on the practice squad and, let him do those types of things. So, yeah. Fullback, Chandler Cox, yeah, he'll make the team. He doesn't, unless we just decide to not have a fullback now, which I'd actually be for that. I'm not really that big a fan of fullbacks, but, whatever. Wide receiver. Again, this kind of depends on how many receivers we're going to keep. But I think the 4 that are probably safe to at least keep their spots. Devontae Parker and Jakeem Grant just got pretty big contract extensions, so they're probably safe. As well as Albert Wilson. He's probably pretty safe. And Preston Williams, I think, is too. He still has another 2 years on his contract, I believe. And he really showed up last year before he got hurt. So I'd say that those 4 are pretty safe. But those bottom spots, however many receivers we decide to keep, will be kind of up for debate. If I had to guess, Alan Hearns will probably be gone. Mac Hollins will probably be gone. I'd let go of Isaiah Ford, Ricardo Lewis. I'd probably keep Kirk Merritt as a 5th receiver. And then, I don't know, if you're planning on having a 6th receiver, then I guess you can have Gary Jennings or Matt Cole. Let them fight for that. But Matt Cole, you could put him on the practice squad as well. So do whatever you want to do there, I guess. It just, like I said, it depends on how many receivers the Dolphins decide that they want to keep. So, yeah. I'd probably go with the receivers we got. I would almost say 6, because this is one of the semi-strengths of the team in comparison to some of our other positions, except for corner. Corner, we're definitely straight. We'll get there later. So, yeah. Tight end. This didn't really change a whole lot. So pretty much the starters are pretty much defined already. Yeah. Just going to keep going. Tackle. So this was a really big problem last year. I am not a fan of Jesse Davis at all. Julian Davenport, that ain't it, bro. So I'd probably be looking at the rookies. Obviously, Austin Jackson will probably end up starting. But I think Jonathan Hubbard definitely probably could as well. He has potential to do that. So, yeah. But Austin Jackson will probably be our undisputed left tackle. And then the other guys can, I guess, compete for the right tackle spot. So, yeah. Guard. Can't stand Eric Flowers. Not a big fan of Michael Dieter. No. I'd probably start Saul McKinley and Robert Hunt, our 2 rookie guards. I think they're better than all of them, honestly. Center. Center's kind of rough, man. Just let them compete and see which one is less trash, basically. I'm not a big fan of our centers that much, but our offensive line as a whole has definitely improved. I definitely prefer Josh Jones over Austin Jackson. I'll say that. But I'm not upset about having Austin Jackson, and I do like Robert Hunt and Saul McKinley as well. So that improves our offensive line quite a bit, actually. Improving our left tackle and both of our guards, I think that'll help. As far as, like I said, our right tackle goes, just let the others compete for that. I don't know if Julian Davenport is just going to decide to just be Austin Jackson's backup, or if they're going to have him compete for the right tackle spot. Because Austin Jackson pretty much has that left tackle spot wrapped up already, in my eyes. But, yeah, let's go ahead and move on to defensive end. So, Bryce Stirk down here, it says he's a defensive end, but he's actually a tight end. We'll have to see what happens with him. He was a defensive end in college, so I know why they put him here, but Miami is moving him to tight end apparently, which I don't really understand why. But, okay. That's okay. Yeah, Shaq Lawson, that'll probably help quite a bit. With our edge rusher. Let me look at linebacker real quick. Okay. I was just making sure we didn't have any major edge rushers sitting at linebacker. Oh, here we go. Edge. I'll just look at edge. There we go. Yeah, Kyle Van Noy will really help. Him and Shaq Lawson will probably be our starting edge rushers. Christian Wilkins will probably be our 3-tech / 3-4 defensive end, depending on what look we're going with, because we kind of do a little bit of both. I'd like to see Jason Strobridge get some kind of playing time. I don't know how he's going to pull that off. I just try to rotate him in, I guess. Tyshawn Render, I really want to see him make this roster, just because he's a very interesting story, and he definitely has the athleticism. I think he will at least make the roster. I'm not sure who's going to end up getting cut. Manuel Akba, man, it's going to be. I think the edge rusher position is one of the more interesting ones for us. Just seeing who could potentially make the roster. Sam McGuavin, he kind of stood out last year as well, so we'll have to take a look at that. As far as defensive tackle goes, this is mostly just our nose tackles, really, because our three techs are mostly over here. I don't see the starting positions really changing. Benito Jones and Ray Lima. I still don't know for sure how to pronounce that last name. If it's Lima, whatever, something else. I see probably one of them making the roster. I can't imagine us keeping more than 3 nose tackles. So, yeah. Kylan Johnson, he's our rookie linebacker. He might be able to make the practice squad. I don't know. It's going to be kind of a rough go for him because he has quite a few people to compete with, honestly. But hopefully he can show up on special teams, and because otherwise I don't see him making this roster, honestly. Corner, I mentioned this earlier. Our corner room is pretty crazy. Byron Jones and Xavier Howard obviously going to make the roster, and Noah Igbenogany will definitely be our nickel. So those 3 are locked up. After that, I'd probably say that Nick Needham is probably pretty likely to make the roster. He was an undrafted rookie last year, and he really did show himself. He actually started quite a few games for us. So I'd like to see him develop maybe as our dime kind of corner. So I'd probably try to hang on to him, and then after that, just let the others compete if you want to keep a 5th corner. Which I would either keep a 5th corner or at least put one on practice squad. So, is Noah only 20? Wow, that might not be right because, like, as you can see, Bryce Stirk is clearly not 0 years old. So, sometimes the rookies that they don't have the ages quite right. Yeah, Rashad Jones is not here anymore, but he's still on our dead cap for quite a bit of money. So, yeah, that's something that we're gonna have to deal with as well. So, yeah, that's just unfortunate. Our safety situation isn't fantastic, honestly. I think Eric Rowe and Bobby McCain are probably going to be our starters. But, man, yeah, we got Brandon Jones. So he's probably going to compete for a spot. I'm not that big a fan of Brandon Jones, though. Hopefully he can prove me wrong and really step it up. Kayvon Frazier. I'm not a big fan of our safeties. Our corners are really, really good, but our safeties, I don't know, man. That's a weak point to me, for sure. I mean, Eric Rowe is okay. I just don't know if I like him at strong safety. And Bobby McCain, whatever. Hopefully Brandon Jones can step up or something. I don't know. Special teams, yeah, there's really no competition here. Jason Sanders, cool. Blake Ferguson is our rookie long snapper, so he's going to make the roster. This is kind of what I talked about. He doesn't really have anybody to compete with, so he's going to make the roster pretty much without question. And we drafted a long snapper, so we kind of have to keep him now. Whatever. But anyway, I think that's pretty much going to be it for this video. If you liked it, I'd appreciate you hitting that like button. If you have any questions or comments, leave in the comments down below. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.